Good evening, everyone. Tommy and Man City Fan TV, and welcome to the TNT Live. We are back with another episode. I'm just making sure I'm not on mute, so I look like an idiot. I hope everybody is doing well. What? There's so much to talk about tonight, guys. I can't even tell you. Like, there's literally so much to talk about within this time. Obviously, I hope everybody's well. I hope the families and everybody else is well. But like this week in City, there's been so much going on. Kane said he's staying. Ronaldo looks like he might be coming. But yeah, we'll get into that later on. So here's how the format of today's show is going to be. We're going to do a little bit on Norwich. I'm going to do a little thing of what I thought about that game. Then we'll talk about Harry Kane and what's been said about him. I'll read out his speech that he said. Then we've got the Ronaldo rumours. And then we've obviously got the Man City Fan TV, Fantasy Football League. And I'll talk about that. And then I'll do a little bit about Arsenal. I'll give you my lineup of who I think will be in the lineup. And then we will finish on a little bit of a Q&A at the end, just to finish it off nicely, which is obviously important. But first of all, we're going to get into some hellos. We will end up with neither we ain't getting Kane or Ronaldo. Andy's on. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. Malk says, good evening, Tom. Well, not so much happening today. Not much happening today. Any news? There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. Hi, everyone. Hope you're well, says Sam T. Hope you're well. And Andy's just saying hello to Sam. Well, there is quite a lot going on. And he's just saying hello to Andy. But yeah. And also, I just want to clear this up just in case you're thinking Fahim is talking about Mendy. Benjamin Mendy is getting no, streaming or conversation on this show tonight. He doesn't deserve it. It's disappointing. I can't say much about it personally because I've got nothing to do with the situation. And us as Man City Fan TV is quite a strong subject that can be misdone in different ways if we go into it. So for me personally, I'm sure Andy will back me up in this. Us as Man City Fan TV won't be having any sort of opinions on it. We'll just continue talking about Manchester City as a football club and the successes and obviously everything that's going on in the good side of it. That has got nothing to do with us as fans, so we won't be talking about it. Me personally, and I'm sure Andy will be the same. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. If anybody was coming on to actually see if anything was going to be said about that, I won't be having my opinions or anything on that because I don't feel the need to, and I don't think it's right. It's not right to sort of discuss it because it's not to do with us or anything like that. So we're going to move swiftly on from that one. But I just wanted to get that in for the people, obviously, if anybody was coming in. So, but I carry on with the hellos. And as Andy says, we need to be careful with what to say about Mendy. Charlie's on saying, evening, Tom. Ray's saying, thumbs up on Mendy. Yeah. Charlie's saying, we've got some breaking news this evening, just out now. It's almost over between the Juventus and hashtag Juventus and Cristiano Ronaldo. Exactly. It's all going on. What you want to read about the Mendy situation, you can read about on SMN. Yeah, exactly. Man City fan, we need a left back as soon as possible. Exactly. But yeah, little bit. I'm going to obviously get into the Ronaldo thing because that is a massive thing at the moment. But I just want to talk about the Norwich game quickly. Obviously, I didn't get my opinion. I didn't go in the end, unfortunately, because I was working. But I thought we played really well. I thought, there was some outstanding performers. I thought Jesus was brilliant in that wing role. I thought Laporte was class. I thought Walker did a class job too. I thought there was a really, really good game. I know it's only Norwich and, it's the second game of the season, but still 5-0 at home. From what I heard, the atmosphere was good too. And hopefully we can take it on to this week, whether Arsenal have not been in great form or not. We want to continue on and try and beat them. And, I will be there for anybody who wants to say hello. But yeah, quickly on Norwich, I thought it was a great result, good goals and everything along those lines was absolutely brilliant. So that's a little bit, because that was it. That was near enough a week ago now. So I won't do too much on that. We'll look in the future and what's happening recently. So on to the news about Kane. Obviously, this time last week, we were showing pictures of Kane and we were doing all sorts, getting a hype up. Is it going to happen? What's going to happen? And just so you know, 18 minutes ago, just about the Ronaldo thing, George Mendes has landed in Porto after direct negotiations with Manchester City. So that was from Fabrizio Romano, as we all know, is a very reliable source. But I just wanted to get up what Harry Kane said, obviously, because we are talking about him. He did release a statement the other day. And these go the lines of these. It was incredible to see the reception from the Spurs fans on Sunday and to read some of the messages of support I've had in the last few weeks. I'll be staying this summer and will be 100% focused on helping the team to achieve success. Hashtag come on you Spurs. Fair enough, we obviously put a bid in. He's obviously realised that he's not going to get the move, so he's had to sort of keep his. He's had to sort of not break the bond that he had, so that's why he sort of tried to smooth it over a little bit. I think that's what he's done. I don't think he's wanted to say that, but I think he's done it based on the fact he wants to still keep the bridges strong at Spurs whilst he's still there. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But it's one of them really. If we look at it on the bigger picture, I don't think we should be worried about it because there's other people to sort of take from that and look at, because we have got some good players already. Jesus did well on the right, and if obviously the next topic Ronaldo comes in, we'll be set in that position. But we will see what happens, obviously. Georgia Fortinson saying hi Tom, good evening. Fahim Ali says just try Ake as left back when Zinchenko needs rest and Walker. Exactly. And Andy's saying atmosphere was decent against Norwich. Getting in was easy. However, the concourse and the bars were awful. Ran out of everything. Yeah, my dad did say that. So we need to get there early for a pint on Buddy Saturday then. MJ Pappy 27 says hi Tom, good to see you. Likewise, mate. Hope you're well. Fahim saying Levy destroyed the deal. FIFA is saying woohoo, we are getting CR7 soon. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Danny 2ME says if Ronaldo comes, imagine how sick the rags will be. Kane's being paid to say that, I think so. Have you ever been on the Oblivion at Alton Towers, the one that drops into the hole? I've never been to Alton Towers, Charlie, mate. I'm not going to lie to you. Caden Green's on. Yes, lad. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well, Caden, mate. Ray is also says if we get Ronaldo for free, maybe we should go for that left back that we are rumoured to have. Is he out of Benfica? I don't know, to be honest. Does this channel have a Twitter? Yes, we do. Fahim Ali says Bayern might sign Kane next summer if they miss out on Haaland. Kane bottled it. Should have put a transfer request. He did. He did bottle it. Kane must be gutted. Don't blame him. City were never going to pay 150 million plus for Kane. Levy ruining a player's ambition. He was 100%. Money talks with him. Excuse me. Got the sneezes there, guys. I just had to put myself on mute because I didn't want anybody with earphones to hear a massive loud noise. But yeah, Kane will stay at Spurs to win trophies, says Mervyn. I think he's going to stay there now. FIFA says Mendy, the silly man. We're not going to continue on that one. We're meeting up on Saturday. We certainly can, Andy, if you want, mate. Definitely. I don't know. I'll be obviously there. Obviously, usual time. When I usually am there, but 100%, we walk past the car park that you park in, obviously. So yeah, 100%, we'll have to give us a message and we'll definitely meet up 100% before the game. That's definitely a thing that we should be doing. Because the last time I did see you was at Wembley after you just travelled back from Dubai, I think it was. City ran out of food at half time at the weekend. Hopefully they get it. So they better do, because I want a Balti pie. Oh, Andy, I shut my eyes when it starts at the top. Yeah, Ray, he'll be going nowhere now and win nothing. If Ronaldo comes this summer for next year, then get Haaland next summer. Hopefully so. Please link your Twitter so I can share the stream, please. Malk says, will Ronaldo be CR7 at City? I don't know. It all depends on Sterling, obviously. That'd be another big factor. That is another big factor. Went on the Wickerman, the new wooden roller coaster as well. Yeah, Malco. Ronaldo joins us for 1.5 season, then joins New York City. Possibly so for him. We'll see what happens with that one, mate. Andy says, yeah, let's meet up 10 minutes before. Definitely, Andy, 100%. We'll meet in the usual spot just outside souvenir shop or something again, because that's always a decent place, because we'll be going obviously round, probably round to where you go, to be fair. Because if you're, I don't know obviously where you'll be sat this time. You might be in a different seat, but depending on where you are, if you're in the South Stand, level 3, I might be able to see you in there because obviously that's where I sit. But yeah, wherever you are, we'll definitely meet at some point. But yeah, with Kane, it is what it is with him. I'm not too fussed. He had his chance. He should have. He could have done his part. To be fair, but it is what it is. Now on to the news that I did not expect to be reporting this time last week, and it's one of them. Really, I still can't really get it in my head that we're linked with Ronaldo, but it's bloody marvelous, isn't it? It is marvelous. It's one of them. I can't believe it. But yeah, there's so much going on about that. I will also talk about the Champions League draw in about 5 minutes. I just wanted to sort of keep you up to date with what's gone on since this morning. From a City Extra, I'm a massive fan of those guys. If you haven't checked them out on Instagram, City_extra with an X. So yeah, but yeah, 23 hours ago we apparently offered Ronaldo a 2-year contract worth 14 to 15 million euros net per season. Then it sort of went quiet a little bit, and then he said we'd step up the efforts this week. Then it was quite a lot of quite apparently our players had done quite a bit. So there was a little article about, to be fair, quite recently, about 6 minutes ago, was posted by them from Mike McGrath and Jason Burt from the Telegraph. And they said Man City's proposed move for Cristiano Ronaldo has been emphatically supported by the club's players. Working with Ronaldo has been with a topic of conversation between players who believe his role as a number 9 would benefit their team, such as Kane. Joao Cancelo has been asked by his Man City teammates about how Cristiano Ronaldo trains and the work he does outside team sessions away from the training ground. So, it is getting there. Fabrizio Romano said George Mendes is talking directly with Man City and is discussing personal terms and a contract for Cristiano Ronaldo. The Times said City are in advanced discussions with Juventus over the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo, and there is no prospect of the player returning to Manchester United, according to the sources with knowledge of the negotiations. The Times also said no agreement has been reached on a salary package. Should a move for Cristiano Ronaldo to City be concluded, City are also attracted by the certainty of Ronaldo would be a goal scorer. And Jack Gordon said City do not want to pay a fee if they had to sign Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus. So there is a lot of stuff that's going on there. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are split about this. Now, I am absolutely over the moon if we get him, personally. I know he played for United. I know he's 36. But to have, by far, I personally think, the best player in the world, bar Messi, obviously the same, they're world class in different ways. It'll be absolutely brilliant. Honestly, if we get this through, we've got till Tuesday, I think it is. Tuesday to get it done. If we get that done, then bloody hell, what a signing. I think it'll be a brilliant signing, and not just to boil the we of United fans. I think it's just in general. I think it'll just be so good to have someone like him for 2 years. But he said in an interview a few years ago that he'd never come at Man City, so it just makes you wonder: is the money short? Is the money in the CR7s? Sort of. Well, it's what Mark Goldbridge says. As much as I don't like the guy, he did say it's more about CR7 than the actual player's passion. Now, it's a money-making thing, and it'd be funny if he retires at City, wouldn't it? It'd be quite funny that. I don't want him personally, but if he comes, he comes. Rumours are City have agreed, but they won't pay anything for him to Juve. Correct, that is. Dale says MCFC Dublin Ireland, get him in the door for at least a season, 100%. Charlie says another update on CR7 is at 10 p.m. UK time. Thief says, why is that, Andy? We need... He's going to give his opinion in a minute. Ferguson will cry for Ronaldo comes. He certainly will. Ray says, I'm okay with CR. We just need someone that can tap the ball and that he can do that. He certainly can. And those dodgy crosses we put in when we're losing 1-0 or something, or we're drawing 0-0 when we need a bloody header. It's what he said about City. Yeah, if they do an unveiling of CR7, it will be absolutely rammed. It will be. Agree, Andy. But it is the same thing as Messi. Global brand awareness pays for itself. With Pep's announcement, fits in for him. Yeah, Pep. It was pursued in a different way. That thing on Pep, by the way, he did say that he probably will leave, but he didn't say he will leave. He says he probably will have a rest. Things can change. Mikel Arteta even said it in a press conference today. He said, or whenever it was that he had the press conference, he says he's happy there. He's got everything, and whether he does leave or not, we'll find someone. And Pep won't leave until we found the right man. I can tell you that for sure. Let's have a look. There we go. Here's Andy's opinion. He's a player who plays for himself. He's 36. He's nowhere near the level he was 2 to 3 years ago. Will Sterling give up the number 7 shirt? No, I don't think he will. He'll probably go for. What was his number? 28, I think it was, or something. If we sign Ronaldo, I will urinate on Old Trafford. There you go. Charlie says the club shop will run out of shirts again. Or, I'll be buying a Ronaldo shirt 100% if we get him. CR7 can take pens, he certainly can. The fan base will grow a lot as well. Not a thing that I'll be a fan of that, because we'll have too many City fans then, and I don't like that factor. I don't like it. You just have to look at how many followers PSG earned in an hour, or was it 24 hours or something? Within the day of Messi signing, they were on 19 million 19 million Instagram followers. And I'll just have a look at what they're on now, because it's gone up. I saw a fact. PSG, let's have a look. Yeah, they're at 49.2 followers now. Yeah, we'll buy a Ronaldo shirt, Andy. I just for the laughs, just as the fact that he played for City, because I think he's unreal. I think he's unreal. But if we buy him, I'll just do it. Because why not? Why not? He's the best player in the world, man, and he's coming to City after him being at United. It's just funny more than anything else. I think he'll be brilliant if we get him. I really do. If City sign Ronaldo, what will happen? Well, we'll have a thing called, basically, Ahmed, what will happen is, mate, a lot of people in Salford will start crying. So there could be floods. Floods in Salford if Ronaldo signs. So just watch yourselves if you're going anywhere near Salford. If you're going anywhere near Salford, guys, if Ronaldo signs, just watch out. There could be severe floods of crying rags because their hero has gone. And people think they keep going, it's the agent. And also, I'll go back to Mark Goldbridge's stat. He said that it's the agents speak for the player now. That's how it is. It's how it is now. And for a person like Ronaldo, do you really think an agent's going to tell him what to do? No chance. I already have a Ronaldo Portugal shirt. Well, Fahim, my friend, you could get a City one too. Sean's on. Good evening, Tom. UEFA Champions League was a tough one. Yeah, exactly. We'll speak about that just after we speak about Mr. Ronaldo. See, there you go. Charlie's saying it as well. He was the second best player in the world 2 years ago. Whoever sits there, the corner flag, you'll get the best view of him doing the C. You certainly will. If you haven't put Arsenal to get relegated in your predictions, you will lose. This is Flames. I really want City to go to PSG and win. That's the good place for me to move this on to the Champions League draw. If you weren't aware, which you weren't really announced as such, the Champions League draw has been done. And I will. We are in Group A. I will obviously read ours out, and I will read the other groups out too. So in Group A, there's Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, RB Leipzig, and Club Brugge. Now, I think that's a very, very tough group. You've got Leipzig there who are tough. They beat Man United last year. You've got Club Brugge in Belgium. I might be going to that if we can get tickets to the away game. That would be a good game. That if my dad's hoping we can get there. And then you've got Lionel Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe's Paris Saint-Germain. Now, 2 games in the group stages against by far the other team that we want into, obviously, is Brugge. Who's Club Brugge? That's how you pronounce it. In Belgium, the G's are Brugge. So obviously my dad works with Belgians. So it's not Club Brugge or Club Bruges, it's Club Brugge. So that's how you pronounce it. The two G's in there. So it's like a huh. So that's how it's pronounced. Um, so like Jan Vertonghen. So you'd say Vertonghen. So it's actually Jan Vertonghen. So it's sort of put like that. So there you go. You didn't know that. You just had a Belgian lesson. Andy's absolutely peeing himself laughing at that. And it's true. Club Brugge. That is it. So I am quite happy with that because I've always said to you, you have to be the best to beat the best. So to be the best, you have to beat the best. And, we've got PSG there. It's time to make a statement early on. The mind games can be there. The likelihood of us getting them in the next round is not there because if we get through, they're not going to get them. And by far, I'd say they're the toughest opponents that we could possibly get. And we're getting them first. So we can analyse them. They'll be looking for payback after we knocked them out. But we were both in the same boat. Excuse me. We were both in the same boat and we might as well finish last. So there you go. But it could be a Messi Ronaldo, couldn't it, if we get Ronaldo? In Group B, we've got Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Porto, and AC Milan. As I must say, that is also quite a tough group as well. You said Brugge, not Brugge. Well, I meant to say Brugge. Brugge. Aloha. Group C, we've got Sporting Lisbon, Borussia Dortmund, Ajax, and Besiktas. An average one there for Dortmund, not too bad. In Group D, we've got Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, and FC Sheriff. Now, Shakhtar Donetsk will be really happy that we got them. There was a funny tweet that went out yesterday. Shakhtar Donetsk went into the Champions League group stages, and there was a post from Man City's official Twitter with a pet thumbs up saying, "See you soon." So it is the first time in a long time we don't have Shakhtar. Group E is also quite a big one. In past, it had been even bigger. We've got Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Benfica, and Dynamo Kiev. In Group F, we've got Villarreal, Man United, Atalanta, and Young Boys. Seems like Man United love to get those. It's a nice one that. In Group G, we've got Lille, Sevilla, FC Salzburg, and Wolfsburg. And in Group H, the final one, we've got Chelsea, Juventus, Zenit, and Malmo. Now, depending on if Juventus bloody get rid of Ronaldo and he comes to us, that's quite an easy group too with Zenit and Malmo. So I must say the two biggest tables, two biggest I'm trying to think of the word groups there. I must say the Liverpool and Man City groups, being A and B. It's honestly, here we go. See what we give you on Man City Fan TV. Foreign language lessons. I've had a Belgian client asking if he can come to watch the Etihad. We're global. There you go. And I can, he'll be able to tell you it's Brugge. There you go. Oh, brilliant. But yeah, I must say the Champions League there, I am quite impressed. I am quite impressed with that because I must say, when we get the not so good teams, no offense, because everybody supports the football club, and I don't say that for any other reason other than I'm glad we've got some different games. That'll be a great night at the Etihad. We lost the chance of playing Paris Saint-Germain when we had the chance in the semis when that Etihad could have been full. So we have the chance to do it again. And you've got some tough teams there. Leipzig, that'll be another tough game, and And don't the Club Bruges game or Club Bruges, if for other people it's actually Club Brugge, if you didn't know, the Club Brugge game, that might be not as exciting, but it'll still be a tough game because they even went to Real Madrid and got a win, didn't they? So last season, was it last season or the season before? But yeah. I do believe that it's an exciting one. It's an exciting group, and I'm excited to see how we do. I don't even know if the fixtures have been released yet for it. They usually get released either on the night or the day after, to be fair. I'll just have a look on the website, or I could give you that information too. No, they haven't been released yet, but they usually do release the fixtures. But yeah. I think that's a good. And also, Ruben Dias did win the Champions League Defender of the Year last season, which is great news for him. Class act. He is a class act, Ruben. I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. So on to next season. Tom abusing a foreign language with a Manc accent. I see fake kits from all clubs all over the world fighting. Most are fake. Yeah, they are. Unless they've got them from legit stores, such as, your Sports Direct, your JDs, your official club shops, or any authorised, legal, licensed premises, they're most likely are going to be fake, to be fair. Yeah, and some of them that they do sell in other places can be as well. But yeah, I shall just talk a little bit about Arsenal, and then I'll show you the fantasy football table and how that's getting on at the moment. Alex saying, hi, Tom, not been on for a while. Hope all okay. Hope you are like, mate. Good to see you back. A little bit on Arsenal. 12:30 kick-off at the Etihad on Saturday. Another home game, 2 in the space of a week. I can't wait because it's my first one of the season. Back with all my friends up in the South Stand, 316. The flag will be there. So if you are in the Etihad and you look up to the South Stand level 3, just under the Etihad sign, you might see me with the flag. If you see me inside or outside the ground, don't hesitate to just come and say a quick hello. I'll always say hello to you guys, because you're the guys who support me through this stuff. So, yeah, if you see me at the Etihad on Saturday, just come and have a quick hello. If you want to chat, if you want whatever, just have a chat with me. It's fine, absolutely no problem. If you want to talk City, talk anything, it's always good to have a chat with the fans, So, get yourself over to me if you want, and I will. I might even do a little bit of an interview for you if you really wanted, or something like that. We shall see at the time as well, of course. But yeah, Arsenal not in the best of form. 0 Premier League goals so far. Obviously, they won 6-0 last night, but that was against West Brom's under 23s, which wasn't necessarily too hard. I think it should be a good game. They always seem to turn up a little bit more against us with it being Arteta against Pep. In the games previously, in the past few games, we have sort of dominated quite a lot, but I can see it being with the crowd and being a good support. I reckon we can get a win there. I think he'll set up strong once more. I think it'll be Edison in goal. I think it'll be Walker at right back. I think you'll have Laporte and Dias again, and I think you'll have Zinchenko at left back. I think you'll have Rodri in the CDM role with who would you put there? I'm trying to think who else you play. Gundogan there, maybe, if he's fit. And then probably Bernardo Silva. Jesus on the right. On the left-hand side, Jackie Boy. And then up front, Ferran Torres again. I think that's probably where you'd go with it. Unless Sterling came on, and you might put Jesus on the right. And maybe even Jack Grealish as your number 9. Who knows? We'll see. It's never as easy, is it really? Let's be honest. But I think it should be a good game, and I think City probably come out 2-0 victors. It could be one of those games where it'll be really tough, or we'll absolutely turn them over. And if we turn them over, it will be good. I'll have to try and find Arsenal Fan TV outside to say a quick hello. But I am getting a lot of these now in the chat. Which obviously in retaliation to the Ronaldo links that are very strong at the moment. And who knows, this time next week when you've got me live, we could be talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's where the pinches will start. It'd be crazy if that happens. Alec, you will be the new manager with Andy as assistant. But yeah, the Fantasy Football League, there you go, guys. It's been going 2 weeks now. And Igor is at the top with 218. 232 points there. I think I'm 51st at the moment. I need to make it up. So that's your top 10 there. There's a few tied in and around there. Have we got any of the viewers on right now who are in the top 10? I don't think we do. But it's all to play for. It is all to play for, guys. And remember, prices can be won. So make sure you check that out. If I got their wages, I'd be happy. Yeah, same would it. I would be as well. But yeah, to finish off, guys, I'll do a little bit of a Q&A. Any questions you want to ask me in general, whether it's about the game on Saturday, whether it's about something in general chat, or anything. I got 5 minutes now. I'll obviously just let you get your questions in, and then we will discuss them. But yeah, a lot's going on in the city at the moment, and we've got. Whilst I'm speaking about this, you just get your questions into the chat, and I'll answer any who come in, and then I'll press the stop button, and then any below that I won't answer, but make sure you keep it for next week. But yeah, whilst you're getting your questions in, I'll just do a little bit of opinion on what I think in the whole situation of Ronaldo. I think time will tell. I think negotiations will move quickly. I think we will sort of get a little bit more of an understanding tomorrow. Maybe not Saturday. Maybe not Saturday because of the game. But then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I think that's when this negotiation will start going faster and faster and faster. And that's when I think we'll get him. I think we'll get him personally, but I think tomorrow is a decisive day within the negotiations to see what will happen. Obviously, he couldn't come over to come over to England, so they went to France and had the negotiations. Like I said to you earlier, he did just land back in Porto. I shall show you the picture if it's still on my screen. If it's still somewhere, I can't remember which one it was in. I've got so many Man City fan pages I follow. I'll try and find it. Was it in Fan Zone? I don't know where it is now. Whilst these are all coming in, I'll just try and find it. There's on MCFC, lads. If you don't check it out, he's the top man. And that was an exclusive there. Shout out to MCFC, lads. That was he's landed back in Porto. So we'll see what happens there. But the stop is in. Any questions after this won't be answered, but I will go back up and I will answer any of them here. Here we go. How much are Champions League games? It does depend, to be fair, I think. I think it does depend. Depending on games, I know my dad's paid £50 for Bayern Munich tickets to get when we played him, but then you can pick one up for a tenner if it's against his a lower team, But it all depends, really. Let's have a look. Where are we? What do you think of Pep not renewing his contract? Basically, Sean, I'm sad about it, but we'll have had 7 years out of the man, and he never stayed that long, so it just shows you how much he loves the club. Arteta will be taking over from Pep. Hopefully not. Tonight, the situation is even clearer. Major split between Juve and CR7. There you go. 1.5k dog side for sale. There you go. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the life of Manchester City here tonight, guys, and who knows what's going to happen? If we get him, then that'll be marvellous. But if not, we'll move on and we'll continue on being City. But if we do get him, it will be a nice achievement. And it'll split fans. I know it will split fans with him being at United, but look at what Tevez did and look at the Tevez love. I know it's a bit different because Ronaldo is a lot different, but we shall see what happens, guys. We shall see what happens. And on that note, I will wrap it up there. Thank you so much for watching. You've been an absolute pleasure. It's been great as always. We've had a good debate. We've been talking about all sorts of things. And if you've only just turned up, rewind it to the beginning. We spoke about the Norwich result quickly, Harry Kane very quickly. Most of the evening's been on Cristiano Ronaldo. We did a little bit on the Fantasy Football League, a little bit of an Arsenal preview, and a few questions were just answered at the end there. But yeah, it's been a pleasure as always, guys. If you are new around here, make sure you click the subscribe button and obviously do share us around. It's good to get other people on. And give it a like as well, please. It helps us out, and it's good to see how many people you actually like it. It's great. So before you do, obviously double tap your home screen and swipe me up. Just turn if you watch on your phone, turn it portrait as you can still listen to me now and press that like button for me, guys. I'd much appreciate that. It will be marvelous. And if you've got any more questions, wang them in the comments. And like I always do, if there's any comments that are asking me questions, I will reply to you. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I always do. I always check them the morning after and a few days after. I always try and answer the questions if they're needed. Okay, so make sure you give your questions in if you've got any more. So look after yourselves. Take care. Andy's just said, cheers, Tom. Nice quick round. It certainly was. I try and get as much information into a short amount of time because that's what we're about. And Max is short and sweet, but still the best channel. It certainly is. Make sure you look after yourselves. If you're going to the game on Saturday, enjoy the game. If I don't see anybody, enjoy the game. But if I do see any of you, just come over and say hello. And if I don't see you, enjoy the game wherever you're watching it. So look after yourselves, guys. Take care. And as always, up the city. See!